Bop, 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 bop. We're counting down. Bop, bop, bop. Paul Leary with you. Glad to have you along. Yeah, we made it. And we're doing it all tonight as we get the streams together. I don't believe my Facebook page. Now, where am I hearing myself from where? I guess it did start over here. I don't see the Facebook page lit up. We're doing it. We're bringing it home. Did you early vote? Did anybody vote? Voting? More than once? Twice? Huh? Are you voting? Oh, I can't do them both. While I try to figure out, oh, my Facebook profile is live, not my page. Gotcha. You know, there's a lot of buffering going on here. Let's see what else we got here. Hold on. Yeah, we got Nicole Sandler's newscast. Let's see if that will work while I fiddle at the background.
I read the news today, oh boy.
It's time for Nicole Sandler's What's News from NicoleSandler.com and the Progressive Voices Network.
Protesters took to the streets of Philadelphia for a second night after the fatal police shooting of Walter Wallace Jr. The 27-year-old black man was killed Monday during a confrontation with police in West Philadelphia. His family said he suffered from bipolar disorder and was in crisis at the time. They said they had called for an ambulance to get him some help with a mental health crisis, not for police intervention. City officials acknowledge the shooting raises questions and says they're investigating it. The case draws fresh attention to the fatal use of force by police after months of protests over how officers treat black people. With 6 days left of voting in the 2020 presidential election, more than 70 million Americans have already cast their ballots. That's more than half the total turnout of the 2016 election, with still a week to go. The record-breaking pace could lead to the highest voter turnout in percentage terms in more than a century. That said, if you haven't yet mailed in your ballot, don't. CNN reporting on Tuesday that D.C. District Court Judge Emmett Sullivan ordered that the Postal Service must make sure ballots are delivered quickly. 1 week out from Election Day, the judge told the Postal Service to inform its employees that late delivery trips are allowed and the delivery of ballots by state elections deadlines is important. The order is some of the most aggressive oversight the Postal Service has faced yet in its handling of election mail. The bottom line is that if you haven't yet mailed in your ballot, you need to hand deliver it either to your local election supervisor's office or find an official drop box. Do not trust the U.S. Postal Service for now. Regardless of where you are in the states, go to iwillvote.com to find out the best way to return your ballot. Meanwhile, the directives coming from the president himself are not nearly as well thought out. At a rally in Lansing, Michigan on Tuesday, after lie bragging that he did great with women in the 2016 election, Donald Trump actually said,
"And you know what else? I'm also getting your husbands. They want to get back to work, right? They want to get back to work. We're getting your husbands back to work, and everybody wants it. And the cure can never be worse than the problem itself."
Yeah, that's the way to win over women. Oh, my God. Donald Trump has been ignoring the experts' advice and holding multiple rallies each day. On Tuesday night, he ended his long day of campaigning by getting back on Air Force One after his rally outside in the freezing cold Nebraska air. More than an hour after Trump left, thousands of his supporters were still stranded by the roadside waiting for a bus to take them back to their cars. When none showed up, some began walking in the sub-freezing temperatures. At least 30 people were treated for exposure and 7 were taken to hospitals. The Trump campaign reportedly blamed the problems on traffic flow and insisted they had arranged enough buses for everyone, except they didn't. And that was far from the only lie told by the White House this week. On Tuesday, again 1 week before the end of voting in the 2020 elections, and with COVID surging everywhere, the Trump administration triumphantly declared victory over the pandemic. Seriously. It was in a news release about a new 62-page report from the White House Office of Science and Technology Policy listing what it claims are the scientific and technological accomplishments during Trump's first term. The list includes, quote, ending the COVID-19 pandemic. This comes as we get the news that Congress will not enact a new coronavirus relief bill before the election and potentially not even before the new year. So we know that Donald Trump's campaign is hurting for money, but the Trump organization, well, they're rolling in U.S. taxpayer dollars. The Washington Post reporting Tuesday that Trump's supporters and taxpayers have paid a combined $8.1 million to Trump's own businesses, including his Mar-a-Lago club in Palm Beach, Florida, throughout his presidency. Trump has visited his properties around the world more than 280 times while in office, bringing family, foreign leaders, and Secret Service protection with him. During a Mar-a-Lago summit with Shinzo Abe, then Japan's prime minister, Trump's aides stayed in a $2,600 a night house. When Trump met with China's Xi Jinping, the club charged the government $7,700 for their dinner. White House spokesperson Judd Deere said any suggestion that Trump used his office, quote, as a way to profit off of taxpayers is an absolute disgrace and a lie. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
And from the Enough Already files, Hurricane Zeta is due to hit the Gulf Coast sometime Wednesday afternoon or evening, making it the third hurricane to hit there in just 2 months. Hurricane warnings stretch from Morgan City, Louisiana, to the Mississippi-Alabama line, including Metro New Orleans. Strong winds and heavy rain are expected, and some places may see storm surges of up to 8 feet. So there are a lot of reasons why people are choosing to vote by mail this year, COVID being one of them. But another is physical safety. So I'm shaking my head this morning that a Michigan judge struck down a rule banning the open carry of firearms at polling places on Election Day, siding with gun rights groups. Judge Christopher Murray issued a preliminary injunction against the rule, saying a directive issued by the Michigan Secretary of State, Jocelyn Benson, did not follow proper procedure. State law already bans open carry at some locations that may serve as polling places, including churches. The new directive also does not address concealed weapons. Unbelievable. But a federal judge on Tuesday denied Donald Trump's request that he be replaced as the defendant in a defamation lawsuit alleging that he raped columnist E. Jean Carroll back in the 90s. The Justice Department had argued that the United States, U.S. taxpayers, should replace Donald Trump as the defendant. The judge ruled that a law protecting federal employees from being sued individually for things they do within the scope of their employment did not apply to the president. But even if it did, Trump's public denials of the rape allegation would have come outside the scope of his employment. And still, has anyone heard from Bill Barr in the past week or two? And finally, congratulations to my friends in Los Angeles, where the Dodgers defeated the Tampa Bay Rays 2-1 in Game 6 of the World Series, taking home the championship for the first time in 32 years. There was an impressive moment in the middle of the game when Major League Baseball acted to remove the Dodgers' third baseman Justin Turner from the field after his COVID-19 test came back positive during the game. But when they won, Turner was allowed to return to the field to celebrate with his teammates despite his positive test. And to make matters worse, he wasn't wearing a mask.
What?
The Dodgers president, Andrew Friedman, tried to defend Turner, explaining to reporters, quote, he wanted to come out and take a picture with the trophy.
Come on, man.
And that's just a bit of what's news for now on Nicole Sandler. If you appreciate these reports and the Nicole Sandler Show, I hope you'll consider making a contribution. My work is 100% listener supported, and I can't do it without your help. Find out more at NicoleSandler.com, and please click on that donate button.
I read the news today. Oh boy.
Thank you very
It's
much,
time for
Nicole
Nicole.
Sandler. We're out of our minds because we're voting early. I can't seem to get the settings correct. But for the most part, then, well, that's part of this trial and error. You gotta do what you gotta do. Did I tell you I voted early? Can I tell you one thing? I think I have a new superpower. I think I can spot Trump supporters. Now, just a minute. Let me finish. When I went in to vote at the library, very organized, I give them a lot of praise. I'm coming in, and a woman and I are going to the to the desks, the privacy desks, to fill out our ballots. I had mine all ready to go, the sample ballot. I knew the questions, ba-boom, ba-bing. So all I was doing was filling in. And so I was going pretty quickly. But this woman was even faster than I was. And I said, this can't be. How could she have done this so fast? Now she's doing it. The phone rings. One of the people that work there volunteering, whatever, says, can you please... Can you turn the phone off? We're all trying to vote here. We're saving America. She doesn't turn the phone off. She takes the call. She's on the phone. Yeah, hi. Yeah, can he come at, but he's got to come after 2. Yeah, well, what about after 2, though? And she's on, full volume. We're all in our privacy booths trying to save America. And I said, I think I know who she's voting for. Okay, all right, we let it go. It's all right. It happens. Then we go to, put the ballots in the machine that, sucks them in. And she's already there because she was really fast. I think she only voted for one person. And then the next thing I know, she's jamming the ballot into the machine, and the machine gets all clogged up. I've never seen this. The paper's crinkled. The machine is open. People are, working there, looking at each other. I couldn't believe what I witnessed. Although I can't believe it because I know who she's voting for. Who are you voting for? Only in Miami, because Miami, that's who we are. You seen the new Billy Corbin documentary? 537 votes, HBO. Must see it immediately. It must be seen. See it, that'll motivate you to vote. Whatever it takes. All right. My background even moving? Where's my background? It's like still. How about this? Not moving either. Are you voting?